In the first clip, she's going to speak on how nurses are paid, because a lot of people believe that, you know, everyone's getting paid a lot of money, and it isn't true based on the information that she's going to give. However, there are different types of nurses, and different types get paid more than others. This is why you have to know what type of nurse you want to be, and you have to know which ones pay the most, because they have like the RN, the LPN, nurse assistant. They have traveling nurses, ICU nurses that only work in certain parts, you know, of the hospital or the medical facility. So you have to know which nurse you want to be if you're interested in being in that particular field.
Nurses, are y'all making money or no? It's too much disparity that I'm seeing. On one end, I see people like that Asian nurse, Nurse Alex, saying they're broke, they're struggling. This lady, broke, struggling. Then I'm seeing Nurse Brat in Dubai, designer damn.
So are nurses really making money or not? Let's talk about it. Before I even start on the topic, I just want to preface this video by saying nurses are still not making the type of money that we should be making. We are not making the type of money that matches the back-breaking work that we do. Now, as far as the pay disparities that you guys are talking about in the videos that you guys are seeing on social media, I definitely understand why it would cause confusion, but I'm going to explain it. I'm going to break it down, and hopefully after this video, it clears up everything that you guys are confused about. So number one, a lot of the videos that I'm seeing from people who are doing paid transparency videos, who have little to nothing left until their next paycheck, a lot of the nurses that I see come on here talk about like they're not making a lot. Even a few months ago when a nurse made the national news because she was talking about how, you know, she was struggling, I would say that 99.9% of the time they are staff nurses. And I know that feeling all too well, because even me as a staff nurse, y'all, I felt the same way. That's exactly why I left staff nursing, because the pay is, for me personally, it was unbearable. I couldn't do it. Don't get me wrong, travel nursing pay is nothing like how it was during COVID or post-COVID, where everybody was making 6 to 10K a week. It's nothing like that. But even in these days where it has went down and back to how it was pre-COVID, it's still more than staff. And there are also so many other factors that we have to consider when we are talking about pay disparities. For one, we need to talk about location, because we know that if you are a staff nurse in Texas, you're not going to be making what a staff and or travel nurse would make in California. So location matters. Let's also talk about shift preference, whether you're a day shift nurse or a night shift nurse. Now, we know night shift nurses get a differential. I don't know how much it is, but that can make a difference. The type of degree you have, whether that's ASN, BSN, the specialty that you're in, because if you are a travel med-surg nurse, your contracts may be a little lower compared to a travel ER or ICU nurse. Also, if you're an LPN, if you're an RN, if you do overtime, those type of things matter as well. Me personally, I can only speak for myself. I do not do overtime. I never do. Simply because I believe that doing overtime is just another way for your taxes to eat up all the money. Unless your overtime check is on a separate check alone, no, baby. Overtime don't live over here. I do my 3 days. That's all I'm willing to give to a hospital. That's it. That's all. Let's also talk about responsibilities. That plays a big part in how people are able to spend their money. Do you have kids? Do you have a house? And we know house expenses can be a lot. Do you live on your own? Do you live with your parents? Do you have debt? Do you have loans? Do you have credit cards? All of those things matter. And money management is one of the biggest factors. How are you saving your money? How are you spending your money? Are you living above your means? Are you living below your means? Are you living right there on your means? You know what I'm saying? You have investments accounts. Do you have high yield savings accounts? What are you doing? Last but not least, do you have any side hustles? Do you have any businesses? Is nursing your only source of income? When we're talking about pay, you guys have to understand it doesn't matter whether you're a nurse, lash tech, hairstylist, nail tech, doctor. It doesn't matter. All of these things come into play when you see how people are able to spend their money. Because it's no way a staff nurse who has pets, who has kids, who has housing expenses is going to be able to live the same way as the travel nurse with no kids and no responsibilities, for real. And also, when you see people are designer down and traveling, I want you guys to know that these things are really not as expensive as some people think when you plan your money accordingly. Luxury is subjective to the person. I know how to manage my money now, at least. Before, I really wasn't that good with it. I do not live above my means. Like, I'm just not into that. I like to make sure that I'm not living a life just to flaunt it on social media. And when we are talking about pay disparities, you guys have to understand exactly why one person may look like they're making more and the other person won't. So I hope this clears up any type of confusion for you guys. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments below. And yeah, it's your girl Nurse Brat, and you know what? If you have never seen me, if you have never listened to a single word I have ever said, please remember this. I'm an ICU nurse. I was working in neurotrauma last night. I cannot stress this enough. Do not get on these motorized scooters. You guys, they're so freaking dangerous. I had a patient a little while ago, younger than me. I'm 26. On a motorized scooter, fell, broke their back, now they're paralyzed. Younger than me. I had another patient, motorized scooter, fell, traumatic brain injury with a midline shift, had to go to the OR to get their skull removed, a craniotomy, a hemicranie, but still, no bone flap, no bone flap here, just brain, can't talk, can't walk, trach and pegged, all because of a damn motorized scooter. Y'all, those are freaking death traps. I know they're fun, you want to ride around the city with your friends this summertime. Don't do it. I promise you, I promise you, it is not worth it. And while we're on the topic, why are we still riding motorcycles in 2023? Even if you have a helmet on, you could crash it. You know what happens when you crash it? You shatter your freaking pelvis. That's what happens. You shatter your pelvis, you almost bleed out twice, you may die, you may survive, you may not be able to walk again. Like, y'all, leave the motorized vehicles alone. Love a tired ICU nurse.
As a night shift girly, I'd rather just do my shifts 3 in a row so I could just knock them all out and then stack all of my days off. Let's see how I look by the last shift.
This is me after the first night. I can't believe I have 2 more to go.
After coming home and getting some sleep, I'm now ready to head out for shift 2 out of 3. I really hope that this shift is nice and smooth. So I'll be back in 12 hours.
This is me after my second night shift, and I am running to my car. I know y'all might think, oh, she doesn't look tired. I don't know why I don't look tired. I am extremely tired. I didn't even get a lunch break. Oh, and I was charged. So, yeah.
This is me before my 3rd night shift in a row. We made it, guys. I just gotta get through one more night and then I get to have my days off.
Something that feels racist as a black nurse is when I walk in the room, hi, my name is Jerick, I'm gonna be your nurse, and you immediately ask me what school I went to. Why? Does it matter? I got the same bachelor's as anybody else who walked in here. Or immediately you ask me how long I've been a nurse. At this point in nursing, I'll just say something stupid like, this is my first day.
I'm a black nurse. Of course I called in to get my hair done. I'm a black nurse. Of course they assume I'm the tech and not the nurse. I'm a black nurse. Of course when I get the problematic black patient and I give them the look, they start acting better. I'm a black nurse. Of course I love being a part of the small percentage of black nurses, and I love giving my patient excellent care because I know how hard it is for black women in the healthcare system.